Won't you come and talk with me? Make sure you bring your tea. We can talk about movies. Hello and welcome to Tea Breaks with Dagg, Part 3. I am glad to announce my guest today is my very good friend, my university next door neighbour, the guy who lives 10 minutes down the road and I bump into him in the shops, but yet I haven't seen him because of lockdown. Jordan Senior. Hey mate, how you doing?
Hey guys, yeah. Hey Dagg, yeah, I'm all good. I'm all good actually.
Yeah? How are you doing during lockdown, all right?
You know what? It could be a lot worse, but it could be a lot better. It's just the way it is.
Yeah. Well, let me first ask you, what are you drinking, sir?
So I am drinking Yorkshire tea.
Yes, lad.
Two
Yes.
sugars.
I was really worried that you were going to go with a hot chocolate, Controversial hot chocolate for a brew. And do you have any sides, sir?
So yeah, I have got some digestive biscuits, some chocolate digestives.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, well, can see your plate. Well, I've obviously got my Yorkshire tea in my marble mug. Lots of friendly characters there. And I've gone fancy for my biscuits. Fancy. I've got Fox's triple chocolate. Believe it or not, they were cheaper than any other biscuit that was available in the store. So yes, welcome, my friend. I thank you for having us in our third episode. When I think of me and you and movies, we've watched quite a few movies, especially recently since I moved to London. We go to the cinema quite often.
Quite a lot.
Yeah, I think one of my favourites was, did we go watch Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse? Is that me?
Yeah, I know where you're going with this.
And we were watching, and you at the corner of my eye, literally just lean over and like start smiling and laughing. And it just suddenly distracted me. I was like, what are you doing?
Oh yeah, every 5 minutes, just like.
Oh mate, it was funny though. It made me laugh at it. But no, I very much enjoyed and loved Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, and thanks to you.
That's a quality film. That is great.
Yes, yeah. I didn't think it was going to be that good. I was as much as I love Spider-Man, who is on my mug somewhere.
Yeah. Spider-Man's my favorite superhero.
Yeah.
Probably ever.
There it is.
Yeah, see the mug.
I had a little bit of Spider-Man kind of withdrawals a bit. No, I'm not home. Yeah. I don't want another one, but then Into Spider-Verse was fresh and lovely and amazing, and I'm glad you took me to the cinema to go and see it, sir. Yeah. So question 1 on Tea Breaks with Dagg is, what is your favourite film and why, sir?
All right, so my favourite, this was quite a hard one for me because I have top 5 films that kind of cycle around, but the one I'm going to say is The Dark Knight.
The Dark Knight, okay, as in just The Dark Knight and not Returns, yes, sir?
Not Dark Knight Returns, not
because that would be a controversial pick.
Just The Dark Knight.
Yeah, tell me why The Dark Knight is your favourite film.
So the reason why I think The Dark Knight, to me, is my favourite film is that it does so many things right for me. It's got great performances, great characterization. Heath Ledger as the Joker is just spot on. And I think that this is might sound a bit controversial, but might not. But I do think that Joaquin Phoenix is as good as Heath Ledger, but in very different ways.
No, I think most people would agree with you that they both had fantastic performances of the same character.
Heath Ledger set the bar really high. But I think the reason why is because I think in terms of superhero movies, it redefined the whole genre, in my opinion.
Yeah, I can see points of how fantastic. Like the best part of that film is the fact it was I want to say 2008, but you can hold me against that.
2008, yeah.
Yeah, and it still holds up 12 years later. Like, it's still phenomenal to watch.
It's still good to look at. It's still cinematography. Yeah,
and it's not just about Heath Ledger and his performance. Would you like to see a magic trick? That's a quality, amazing scene. It's just like a well-told story from a different kind of perspective, especially what we used to. So if you take the mid-2000s superhero films, Silver Surfer, which is the Fantastic Four, even Spider-Man 3 was a bit meh.
But I think if you think about those films, like they had that sort of cheesiness.
Yes.
And then superhero films back then, before Iron Man, before Dark Knight, was still quite campy and still like. Don't get me wrong, I love the first two Sam Raimi Spider-Man films. I think it's still really good, and they hold up in different ways. Like, I think there's that charm to them, and Dark Knight is just a different sort of charm, should I say. I think Spider-Man's one of those films you can kind of, and I'm going a little bit off topic here, but Spider-Man as a character, I think with him, he's us, and I think he's not this billionaire, he's not this god, he's not like some guy, like he's not some alien, he's just
a geeky team.
The geeky kid, and I love that. But going back to Dark Knight, I think Dark Knight, to me, like, it's not just a good superhero movie, but I think it's a good movie, period. And
okay. Right. Well, we're going to swiftly move on to question 2. What film would you like to feature in, sir? What film would you like to feature in? If you could.
I'd actually like to, this seems like a bit of an obvious, but probably Star Wars.
Oh, yeah.
I think, like, there's so much you can do with Star Wars still. Yeah, the sequel trilogy was a bit meh, even though I did quite like The Force Awakens. I did really like that, but the other two was not.
So my favourite is Rise of Skywalker, and it was just fun and fan service, and I enjoyed it very much so. But if you were in the Star Wars universe, what are you as a character?
I mean, part of me would love to be a Jedi, because I'd love the whole sort of like Force sense. I'd love to be able to use the Force.
Colour's your lightsaber.
I'd use my lightsaber as well.
Well, what colour's your lightsaber?
I've actually thought about this quite a bit, too much. I'd actually have a turquoise-coloured lightsaber.
A turquoise? Oh, go on.
Like a nice mixture between the
blue and green colours we're wearing. Decent. Where would you do you have any origin stories? Have you ever thought about what would you like to do in the Star Wars universe?
I think part of me is like the Jedi angle, but part of me would like to be like one of the extra characters, just like an outsider looking in.
Okay, so you're not involved in the main story. don't get killed off.
No, it'll be like one of the guys in the ships, like in the X-Wing that gets blown up.
Star Wars is an absolute quality answer, and I'd love to be even involved in production of Star Wars. But yeah, just imagine being in the world. There's so many planets and so much you can
soaking up the world, soaking up the whole atmosphere. I wouldn't even care if I was just in the Moyes Icy canteen as just a guy getting a pint. I just want to be in it.
Yes. Okay, we're going to move swiftly on to question 3, sir, because I feel like we might run over time here. I've been trying to hit 10 to 15 minutes, and each of my films each of my videos have been about 20 minutes so far. So question 3 is, what film should everyone check out in your opinion?
All right. Okay. So my answer.
Sorry, by the way, already. So you already got to stack up to Dan and Dean.
Oh. Okay. Right. So with this one, I'm gonna say Whiplash.
Okay.
I think not enough people really know about it, and I think that what I love.
Just an Oscar-nominated / winning film.
I mean, besides that, but I mean, okay, I don't want to say this.
I know what you mean. So if we take one of your answers before, if we take The Dark Knight, everyone knows and has seen it, compared to Whiplash, which is an equally amazing film. I would agree with you. So why do you think people should check out Whiplash?
I think Whiplash, hits so many different notes, excuse the pun. I think a lot of it is I think it focuses on passion, ambition,
Yeah.
doing what it takes to get to where you want to be. And I love that. I love the way that J.K. Simmons is fucking phenomenal as Virtue.
Yeah.
So you've got Miles Teller's really good. I think, it's got great music. It's got a good score. So you can listen to it as like a piece of music as well, but you can also watch it as this story of these two people clashing and eventually like settling the differences.
I agree. I remember watching it, and I went through the motions watching it, shocked. I was enjoyment, and like, I don't know. I think when it came to the ending, I was a bit, I guess overwhelmed. I was a bit overwhelmed with everything that's going on, and I was just like, remember it finishing. I was like, oh, that was a fantastic film. I enjoyed it more than I thought I was going to going in. Again, as a naive film watcher, I like to not watch trailers or know anything about films and just sit there and enjoy for what it is and take my own aspects and views out of it. And yeah, I very much enjoyed Whiplash. It's a great little pick there, sir. But if most people will be like, oh, I've heard and watched Whiplash. So, give us comments down below if you've already watched it and you agree with Jordan and think more people should check it out. Question 4 is, what is the best scene in a film, sir? What is the best scene in the film?
Ooh, best scene in a film.
So Dan chose Jurassic Park and Dino chose Avengers Endgame. So good luck, sir.
Oh, okay. I think I'm going to go a little bit left field here and a little bit different to what I think, there's a scene in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, if you've...
Yes, yeah, me and Dan spoke about it in our first video.
The last 10 to 15 minutes is absolutely insane.
Okay. Yes, I agree.
I think it starts off, the whole film is like kind of, I don't want to say slow pace. It builds up a lot, and it kind of like, it sets up a lot of things like with the Mansons and stuff, and then you've got this like carnage of like 10-15 minutes of just like stuff, everything happens at once and you're fuck, you got the dog biting on the woman, you've got like burning. It's just like, it's a bit of a clusterfuck, to be honest, but
Jordan, I might have to ask you to stop your swearing, sir.
Sorry.
I don't know if we're allowed swearing in videos. I'm pretty sure I've heard other people say we're not allowed to swear in videos.
Oh, a lot of it is demonetization. That's kind of, because if you swear, you get.
Cheers, bruh. Cheers. I'm not going to reach 1 million subscribers if you dropping F-bombs left, right, and center.
I've actually got a funny story about swearing, which I'll tell you after this.
No doubt it is funny, sir. No doubt. So Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, it is a great scene. Me and Dan spoke about it in length. And again, I just remember watching it and I was like, this is what I've come for. Again, I don't think it justifies the length of the whole film to get there, personally. But I very much enjoyed it. So I'm sorry, but we're going to move on to question 5. A moment that made you fall in love with films, sir.
Okay, well, all right. This is linking back to what we were talking about before, and I think Spider-Verse, for me, like, I loved every minute of it. There was like, you can kind of be a little bit nitpicky with some of it, like if you really had to, but for me, the leap of faith scene like sort of makes me think this is, well, it's Miles' story, but when he's left and he's kind of like not given up, but kind of was like had told to stay out of it, and his friends are giving up, so he's like, right, gonna go in, get my suit. Aunt May sorts him out, and he just like, that's phenomenal. It's absolutely incredible.
The part where he jumps off and breaks glass. And
when he jumps off, it's great from an animation standpoint. It's great from
like just that scene where he's falling, but he's upside down, but the camera is upside down, so it looks like he's the right way. It's mind-boggling and amazing viewing. And like, yeah, I very much enjoyed. So is that the scene you pick? Is like,
yeah, that's the
coming of age of Miles Morales, let's say. Yeah. I loved Into the Spider-Verse. I knew my mate tagged me saying, "Oh, look, you've got to watch this this ad of the new Spider-Man film." And I gave it a watch. He was like, "It's something brand new." Gave it a watch, and I was like, "Okay, I need to see this. I don't want to know anything more. I just need to see the film." And
I probably looked at you during that scene as well. Probably at least twice.
The creepy little.
Hey. Probably laughed as well.
Oh, mate, there's moments that are forever in my memory. Like, fantastic. Going quickly on to question 6. So I have it as a song, but we've changed it to what film do you like that no one else does? I think you want to change this one, do you not? You want to change this to... No, you want it to be what film like that everybody dislikes.
Everybody dislikes, but I like.
But the
so
film,
like a
question to Dean, question to Dino was, what film does everyone like but he dislikes? So, yes, got them. Give us the answer to your question, which is, what film does everybody dislike but you like? We'll get there in the end.
Yeah, that's the thing, So, I think a film that everybody dislikes, and it's kind of known for just being really like lame and cringy, and I agree to an extent, but I'm gonna have to say High School Musical. Like, it's a guilty pleasure, guys. It's live now, so I've said it. Like,
did you enjoy their reunion?
Like, this is the thing. Okay.
So tell me why you like High School Musical, sir.
I know it's not good. It's cringy. But there's something about it, like, I actually like embrace the cheesiness. I think when I was a teenager I did, but now I think like some of the songs are like quite catchy.
Give me some singing. What is it? We're on this together. That's all I know.
And soaring, flying. But I think there's like a genuine message behind it. It's told really badly, but like the idea of like kids growing up, kids kind of like not knowing their path in life. It's very Disney Channel movie garbage in the sense where you've got, oh, this guy's a basketball player and his dad wants him to do sports, but he wants to do music, so he does like music on the sly like it's some sort of crime. You know.
But if it's not broke, don't fix it. You know.
Yeah.
Disney have a nice formula for pre-teens.
I shamefully admit that I've seen 2 of the High School Musical movies.
You know, there's a third, don't you?
Yeah, I've not seen it, so.
So, for me, I've only watched. Oh God, I must have only watched about 40 minutes of one. So back when I was like 17, I was kind of semi-dating this girl, and they were like her favorite films then, and she was like, "Oh, buddy, you like films? You gotta watch this. You gotta watch it with me." And she put it on, and I was bored as hell, and I was being that annoying guy that just like talks the way through it, like, "Oh, what? Well, why would he do that? What's he doing it?" And she got annoyed at me, so she turned it off. And I've never watched it. It was just to the point where I was just like, "Oh, I'm done with this." But you know, it made a couple of stars out of it.
Yeah.
So yes,
I'm not saying these things are good, by the way, but I do enjoy them.
No, what? How about you tell the viewer why they should enjoy High School Musical?
I think if you know going in, don't expect it to be a masterpiece because it's not. I'm not giving the best sell here, but have a few drinks while watching it. A bit of a laugh, like maybe like do a shot every time something.
So this is where my viewership of like the 6 people who are watching to this point have now turned off. Thank you, Jordan. So, question 7: what character best represents you?
Oh, okay, right. That's a good question, actually. What character best represents me? I think. Okay, I haven't thought the specific character per se, but the archetype. So, like,
Yep.
kind of like a comedic character that kind of does stupid things constantly, but kind of is a bit like a little bit goofy, but kind of like
as in the Disney character Goofy.
Yeah, let's you know, I'm gonna be goofy when I'm older and I have a child. I'll be like,
no. So characteristics, I can't even say the word, that I represent with you. You have charm, okay? You have the cojones to talk to anybody in the world, like no matter where you are, who they are. So like you've just got this confidence that like oozes out of you. It's fantastic. And there's many characters like that. I think you are. I had a character the other day when I sent you the questions. I had a character that was perfect for you, and I've forgotten it. Totally blanked. I should have wrote it down there, and then I was like, "That's perfect." It was maybe an obscure film, but well, I think that's all we have time for hashtag TBWD. So again, I'd just like to thank my guest Jordan. It's been an absolute blast.
Thanks for having me. It's great being here.
Yeah, I hope you keep well during lockdown, and I hope that once this is all over, we can go to the cinema and go enjoy.
Yeah, we need to meet up more, like go cinema.
Yeah,
constantly.
Like I do miss it, considering what we're 20 minutes away from the cinema. But again, thank you very much. Joe, wait, just before you do go, I need to put you on my chart here. So we've got Jordan with Yorkshire tea. And what biscuits did you have on the side, sir?
Chocolate digestives.
Oh, you've just played into my hands there, haven't you? You've just gone, what does that like?
I mean, I had York because I'm a hot chocolate drinker normally, but I think because I had loads of tea left over, and I was like, it can't be hot chocolate break today. You got it could be tea break today, haven't you?
Yes, especially with myself. Well, sir, there you are. Jordan, Yorkshire tea, chocolate digestives. I think you'll be very happy to know that, very biased, you were going near.
Wow, okay.
Right up there. I know, you can't stick. This is the disaster. There, let me just stick you here. Let's put you there. There we go. Right at the top. You played in right into my hands there. Thank you very much again, and I hope you all keep well. And remember to drink your brews.